So, good morning to all of you. And today we have probably today we would like to discuss very small, very little bit kind of a lesson that is information regarding to intruders. Information regarding to intruders. Let us take this particular class, and this class, total intruders will be divided into two classes, two sessions. One is introductory part of intruders, and the second part is what are the different categories of intruders and how the intruders are supposed to be take their security measures while entering to the intrusion into the system here, into the network here. Okay, so these are the 2 points I'd like to mention here. So here today we would like to take the introductory part of intruders. So intruders are publicized threats. This is publicized in the sense, what does it mean in the sense? So intruder is not at all, of course, it is the combination of a human and the software. Intruder will be the combination of human and the software. So that is why it is called as intruder. And intruder might be includes two different types of people. So they are hackers or the crackers. Hackers are supposed to hack our data, and the crackers are supposed to what you call diminish our entire network or our system. Okay, they will be damage our system or entire network or something like that. So they are called as crackers, and hackers will be so just hack the information and they will grab the information from your computer. If it is sensitive, that could be sold to some other persons. If it is not sensitive, that will be leave as it is. Okay, so that is what about the hackers or crackers. So these two will be considered as intruders. These two people are to be considered as intruders here. And intruders will be classified into three masqueraders. First person is masquerader. So he is not authorized to access your computer. Even then, so he will be pretends that access your computer as a legitimate user. Legitimate user in the sense, the person who is actually uses that particular computer or particular email or particular user. So with the original username and password. So the person who is using with the original username password will be called as the legitimate user or legitimate the person. So such kind of thing. So he was get the username and password of that particular system, and uh, he may be enter into that particular system. Okay, something like will be called as masqueraders. So masquerader will be pretends as the legitimate user of that particular individual system. And then misfacer is so always used to access your resource. Access your resources such as your data, your program, or your web service, or your network, or any other, whatever the resource it might be. So he may be access the resource of your computer, so that they are called as misfacer. And final, the third one is third person will be so clandestine user. Clandestine user in the sense, so he may be take that particular user who is taking supervisory control on our system. Okay, supervisory control on our system. The person who can hack and take supervisory control on our system and take the audit reports of your system. Then such kind of users are, intruders are called as clandestine users. Okay, they are called as a clandestine users. So three different types of intruders will be there: masquerader, misafficer, and clandestine users. So these are three different kinds of intruders could be there with you in our security attacks here. And what are the different kinds of examples? How intruder can be? So performing remote root compression of email server. If your company is being maintaining some email server, something like our company, our college has been maintained not exactly our own, but we are collaborating with the Gmail. But if you observe the mail IDs of HODs or all other people who are belongs to Newton's Engineering College, they will be so Newton something like this, NEWTON, Newton, so dot edu dot in. So this is the domain name which is being available with us. So if we take any kind of mail ID, so the mail ID will be seems like this, and we have entered or we have restore our EH records, AAA records into our mail server of newton.edu.in, so that we have maintained our own mail server. So if it is maintained by your organization alone, then they will be so root compromised. Root compromised in the sense it could be take every mail which is be coming to your mail server to that particular person, that particular intruder. So this could be one of the examples of doing intrusion. And second thing is defacing a particular web server. Defacing in the sense it could be switching on and switching off automatically. So that is called as a defacing. So this is one more example which could be there with you in intrusion kind of accessing. And applying, guessing and cracking the passwords. So a password will be guessed and a password will be cracked by using brute force algorithms. So brute force in the sense continuously based on a number of characters in the password is continuously applying so-called brute force algorithm to know or to crack your password, email password or bank password, whatever it may be. Everything will be gets cracked over there. This is one of the example of intrusion. And copying a database containing credit card numbers. So credit card numbers will be there with any bank account. So that particular database will be gets copied. So this is one kind of intrusion. And viewing sensitive data, which is includes payroll, medical information, and any sensitive data which is related to a country or a government or a particular system, everything will be taken into control by intrusion. So this is one more example of intrusion. And sniffing, packet sniffing in the sense while data is being transmitted over network, so all those packets are going to be sniffed in the sense they will be thoroughly observed by using sniffing software. If it is feeling that if it is sensitive data, that could be captured by the intruder, and also captured by different usernames and passwords of one particular organization, and also get the administrative rights or root rights of that particular organization. So this is one more example for intrusion. And using permission error, so anonymous FTP server and distribute failed software into music files. So FTP is generally used to transfer the data from one particular autonomous system to another particular autonomous system here. So if you want to transfer something by using a FTP server, then it could be taken over by intruder, and it may be done some kind of operation with music files. Probably this could be there with you when you are trying to download any keys from the server websites. Then while generating some particular key, it could be automatically playing one particular music. I hope that you people have some kind of idea while installing third-party software and getting keys from some keycrack.com, otherwise any other websites, then you could get this particular kind of integration of music files over there. And if your router or modem, previously it is modem, right now it could be called as router. So if your router will be unsecured, then immediately, so this unsecured router is supposed to be hacked by one or two persons, so that internet access will be get by that particular person. Of course, we do have many apps out there to know the passwords of one particular router. So if you look into YouTube, you could get those different kinds of apps also for our Android phone. So that is one kind of intrusion. And he is posing as an executive. Physically, he will be enter into one particular organization and posing as so executive and calling to the help desk and resetting executive's email ID and password so that he may be accessed continuously. And I'll show you one particular kind of activity how the intrusion can be done here. So using unwanted and logging in workstation without any permission. So you could see these particular things in any organization. So when the person will be out, then one more person will enter into that particular system and having some kind of sensitive data, something like this. This is also one kind of thing here. I'd like to show you so how so this particular property will be done. I would like to show you. So if you are HOD or if you are probably, let me consider one particular example here in universities, governments universities. So one particular person will be HOD, acted as HOD for 3 years. That is called as a roster kind of activity will be there. So during that particular period, normally HODs all privilege will be used by that particular person. After 3 years, he will be removed, and one more person will be so become HOD to that particular department. During that time, he could perform one particular operation to get the information over email. So how it could be get here in the sense, let me show you how this could be achieved here. Let me show you. So if possible, if there is any possibility, you can use it. Otherwise, you can so eliminate it. There is no problem. So let me show you how this could be happen here. Let me open one more extra email ID. So here, if any email will be comes to this particular mail ID, so that my mail ID is so it also belongs to me only, csctestcorner@gmail.com only. So if any mail which is being comes to this particular email ID, that must be also transferred to my actual ID. My actual ID is emailme.kallm, emailme.kallam@gmail.com. Any mail which is being come to this particular mail will be also transferred to so another mail. So how it could be done here in the sense, it could be done something like this. Something like this. Go to settings. You just visit the settings and see all settings. So here you can see forwarding and POMP. You can see one particular tag here. One particular tag. The tag will be so forwarding and POPIMAP. So one particular tag will be there here. So select that particular tab. So select that particular tab, and you can see add forwarding address. Add forwarding address. You can take this one. So email me.kallam@gmail.com. Okay, this is the forwarding address here. Next, it will ask some questions, so you could answer them. Yes, proceed. Forwarding mail to emailme.kallam@gmail.com. Yes, it is. Proceed. Then, so it has been added to this particular thing here. So, and go to emailme.kallam and check that. So check that Gmail forwarding confirmation. It will be comes to you. So to your mail ID. Yes, you have to check it out. So you have to click on this particular below link and link. This link will be clicked by you. Obviously, yes, it is confirmed. You have confirmed it. Okay. Yes, everything is confirmed. For example, so yes, everything is confirmed, and I will come to this particular area. And for example, CSHOD, one more mail ID is there with me. This is CSHOD. Let me compose a mail here. The mail will be, so let me consider, so CSC test corner@gmail.com. Okay. Subject will be hello, hi. whatever it may be. This is test mail. Okay, let me consider. Let me send it out. Yes, your mail has been sent to. Yes, your mail has been sent to CSC Test Corner. Look at this. This is CSC Test Corner. You could get that mail from CSC HOD. The Department of CSC has got has just sent one particular mail to you just before. Yes, it has been sent. Alternatively, this may also be forwarded to this particular area also. Okay, you can see. Okay, it would take some time. Before end of this particular class, I would like to show you whether the file, the mail has been forwarded to this particular mail or not. Okay, I'll show you. In this way, you can do some kind of manipulation by using mails. Of course, I know about this one since 14 years. So if anything will be very important to you, then immediately you have to track out your mails by using a POMP, some kind of thing here. So like this, you could able to transfer the mails to your actual mails. Okay, something like this. This is also one kind of intrusion. It is also considered as one kind of intrusion. Okay. Then followed by what are the behavior patterns of the intruders? Okay, how the things will be. A hacker can be perform these 7 different types of operations. Look at this. So he may be always select the target IP and look into such NS look. NS lookup is a particular network security lookup is one particular software which is used to specify that that particular IP is secured or not. If it is not secured, the data will not be available. The IP could not be available within this particular software or dizzy. So it's also one more kind of network IP address database. Something like that. He will be looking to all these things, and if it is not available, I mean this IP is not available. Obviously, he will be hack that particular IP and map network access for service using NAMP, and then identify potential vulnerable services such as PC Anywhere. PC Anywhere is one particular software. Of course, it is not available right now. People are not using PC Anywhere right now. So PC Anywhere is a particular software which is used to connect your system remotely. Of course, we do have many other softwares which are available with us. Number one, any desk or TeamViewer, many other kinds of softwares are there. It was PC Anywhere was introduced to the world in 1994 itself. So right now it is not available. However, so brute force PC Anywhere passwords, brute force in the sense trial and error method. For example, your password will be 4 digits. Let me say 410. So 10, for example, this is 4 binary digits will be there. So your password will be brute force in the sense it could be get started with 000. So 000 will be equal to your password. No, it will be increased by 001, not equal, and so on and so forth up to 10 times. So after 10th time, 1010 will be the value of after 10 times. So it could be gets equal. Obviously, he may be get the password. So continuously trial and error method will be done by the particular hacker to get know about your password here. So that is called as a brute force application. And install a remote administration tool, something like Damware. Okay, Damware. Once he may be get remote passwords, username and passwords. Obviously, he will be install this particular such kind of software into that particular system, and he may be continuously monitor that particular system. This is one more kind of pattern, and waiting for administrative lock to capture the usernames and passwords. This is one more thing, and uses that password access and reminder of the network here. So password access and network bandwidth will be taken into consideration by the hacker. All these things are supposed to be done by hacker. These are the different kinds of patterns, behavioral patterns of hacker. Whereas a criminal enterprise, if you consider here this kind of thing, here also, so we do have six different types of operations. So to access the activities of one particular organization. Second thing is port operations will be captured by the people, and the Trojan horses are supposed to be introduced into the system after getting the privileges of that particular system, and uses sniffers to get the usernames and passwords of that particular user. So all these things are different kinds of activities have been done by criminal enterprises. Something like this is the so these are the six different types of activities which could be continuously done by criminal enterprises. And finally, internal threats. Internal threats will be seems like this. So create network accounts, creating of network accounts, and to access the sensitive data of one particular organization, and access accounts and applications and daily routines which are being done by one particular employee of one particular organization. And email tracking, continuously email will be gets tracked here, and all these operations are supposed to be done by internal threats. These are the behavioral patterns of all kinds of intruders. Hackers could be done something, and criminal organization could be done some other things. Criminal enterprises kind of things will be done. These six kinds of patterns, and internal threats will be done. So seven types of patterns here. Okay, so all these things are supposed to be considered as intruders, and intruders behavior patterns here. Okay, so this is the today's class. And I'd like to show you, I'd like to look into this particular matter, whether not yet received. Okay, you please try, create one more email ID, and you have to try whether it is being working properly or not. Okay, okay. Okay.